this evening, this time that you've given us as friends, as jewelers, to get together, to fellowship, to listen, to encourage, to love one another, to learn. I ask that you would allow our time tonight to be uplifting, that it would be a time of encouragement, and that it would be a time that would give you glory and honor. And we ask all these things in your name. Amen. Okay, so we will pass it along to Anna.
To one of these gals. Hello. I have my outline in here. I realized it when I sat down over there. So I think I know what I'm doing. I panicked too because I really forgot mine. Oh, do you have yours? I do. Okay. There we go. Okay. So tonight, what we're going to do for training is walk through a home show. All the different elements of a home show. This is actually one of the things they did at Rally this year. And it was really good. Oh, great. Okay, totally lost my train of thought. Anyway, this is one of the things they did at Rally this year, and it was really, really good. And if you want to see some of the senior leaders in the company training on this, you can go on the website, and there is a training tab. And it's under, actually I think it's under events because it's under National Rally 2014. And then you can click on all the different links, and they've got all sorts of training, and included in it is the different elements of the home show. But I wanted to start tonight with the introduction of a home show. Actually, your home show begins when you arrive at your hostess's home. A lot of times we think of our home show as just the presentation part of it, but the home show is the whole evening that you're at her house. So once you arrive, it's about her. Somebody told me this when I first started, and I thought it was really good advice. We all come from stressful days. Either you're working a full-time job or you're home all day with the kids, and you are anxious to get out of the house, but as a jeweler, you're thinking about all the things you need to take, and you get to her house, and you actually need to leave all that stuff right outside on her porch. Any troubles from the day, any worries, just leave it right there. Go in, be all about her, be all about your jewelry show, and that stuff will still be sitting right there on her porch when you leave. You can pick it up if you want to. Chances are you're not going to want to. You're going to forget you left it there and just go home without it, which is fine too. So I thought that was really good advice, to just make the evening about her and not think about the things that were troubling me as I go into that home show. So as soon as I go in, it's about her. I ask her about her day. And then I'm all set up when the guests start arriving. And my goal is always to let her finish in the kitchen or even already be playing the jewelry, and I ask her if I can answer the door for her. So I go to the door and greet her guests as they come in. Hi, I'm Anna. I'm the jewelry lady. I'm so glad you could come this evening. So that's actually how I begin my home show. And then after they've had a few minutes to visit in the kitchen, then we gather in the living room, and I start the presentation part of my home show. And you should always start the presentation part with an introduction. The introduction is for them to get to know you a little bit better, because hopefully you met everybody as they were coming in. That's always my goal, to have some FaceTime with everybody, but it's not always possible. But it's also an opportunity for you to hear their names again and get to know each of them a little bit better. So I start my introduction with some form of an icebreaker. There's lots of different ones out there, but I start with asking them to say something nice about the hostess, because that makes her feel special. And one of the things that you want to do at the very beginning is provide them an incentive for engaging in the party. And you can use either tickets or Diva dollars to do that. I use tickets for mine. And then you want to provide them a way to remember you as the jewelry lady. Also, different ways you can do this. But what I have started doing is I use tickets, so I hand them out a ticket each time I say jewelry lady. The first person to say my name, they get a ticket. So I'm just going to role play, if I can get into my jewelry lady persona here. So I am so glad you ladies came this evening. My name is Anna Pierce. Jewelry lady.
I haven't said it yet. I haven't set it up yet. I have to set it up. No, so...
Rule breaker.
Great. You'll get a ticket for that later. Keep that in mind. Great interaction. Sorry. I get confused. Forgot what part of the party we were in.
The icebreaker part.
There you go. So yes, I'm so glad you came this evening. My name is Anna Pierce. I've been a jewelry lady with Premier Designs for 3 years now, and I would love the opportunity to get to know each of you a little bit better, so I'd love to go around the room and just hear your names and how you know Jen, our hostess, and one thing that you love about your friendship with her. One thing that either she does that makes you feel special, or one thing that you appreciate about her. And I'll go ahead and start. So I met Jen, and this is how I do it, because the first person you go to feels like they don't want to be put on the spot, so I start. And I say, so I met Jen at Allison's party a couple of weeks ago, and Jen loved the jewelry and decided that she wanted to have her own girls' night out and have her friends over, so she asked me if I could come tonight, so that's what we're doing here tonight. And what I love about Jen is she makes everyone feel so special when she meets them. She listens, and you can just tell she's really, really interested in what you have going on in your life, and so I really appreciate that about Jen. Okay, who wants to go next? And then we just end up going around the room. Thank you, ladies, so much for participating in that. Did you know that the number one fear is public speaking? So you each get a ticket for participating tonight. Thank you so much for sharing. Most people would rather die than have to speak in public. So I don't know if you know it or not, but you just survived. So I started out by giving you the ticket, and then, so we're going to play a couple of games tonight. And your goal is going to be to earn tickets, because the more tickets you have, the more opportunities you have to win our fabulous prize. I started giving out the petite tennis bracelets as our prize. You can get it on the incentive site, and I completely forgot to wear mine tonight. But I try to wear one to a party, and I say, so our prize tonight is going to be this fabulous tennis bracelet, and you can't get it out of the catalog. You can only win it at one of my parties. So you all want to try to get as many tickets as you can. So you're going to have a couple different opportunities to get those. The first thing we're going to do is play a game that I like to call the purse game. And in this game, I'm going to call out a letter, and you're going to find something that begins with that letter in your purse. The first one to hold it up and call it out gets a ticket. If you don't have your purse, don't worry. You can just find something in the room and point to it, and you'll get a ticket for that as well. The other way you can earn tickets tonight is every time I say jewelry lady, you can shout my name. And thank you. At that point, somebody usually remembers my name, and so I'm so excited I give them a ticket. So I'm so excited. Let's go ahead and get started in our first game. And that's how I do my introduction.